I've been pursuing the last couple of days in Senate estimates in the infrastructure program the compelling argument for the lack of capacity to roll out a decent project in my home state of Victoria for the Murray Basin Rail Project. We've been waiting for a long time for the business case for this project to be released. It is a project that was going to take grain off country roads, put it on rail, get it to port in Melbourne very, very quickly, making roads safer and faster. Fully funded by the state and federal government, announced in 2015, due for completion last year. And thanks to a litany of failure by the state Labor government, cost overruns, an antique, shall we say, bespoke approach to laying rail using steel from 1912, we finally get the business case summary released yesterday in response to these questions. And unfortunately for Victorian grain growers, it raises more questions than it answers. It favours still supporting an agency, Rail Projects Victoria, to continue to implement this project. It has its hand out for more federal money from a state Labor government that just can't get its act together and quite literally has thrown regional Victorians under the grain truck per se. Anne Webster from the Mallee region has been living and breathing this project. It is her constituents who are going to feel the very real impacts of Jacinta Allen's failure in this area. And Annie, you've got a lot to say about this project because our stakeholders are not happy.
Thanks, Senator. This is a very important project. The people of Mallee have been waiting with bated breath for this business case review to come and become available. It has taken months for the Victorian Labor Government to release the business case, and this is incredibly disturbing. In fact, I've been talking to industry stakeholders who have had their hand in the game, had their voices around the table with Jacinta Allen over the previous months, and they still have not had a copy of the stakeholder business case sent to them, even today. Apparently it will be released to them at 11 a.m. This is a disastrous situation for grain growers and for industry in Mallee because it means that the trucks will continue on the roads. 60% of our grain this year, bumper crop, will be going on trucks. These are road trains of which our roads were never meant to carry. This is problematic. It's not just grain. We have mineral sands, we have horticulture, and we have a huge industry. And this adds to the problems that our grain growers and our horticulturalists continue to face. It is mere obfuscation and subterfuge of the Labor government to conceal this business case till now. They're offering a paltry, in point of fact, paltry $48.8 million and coming with their hands out to the federal government to provide 80% more of the funding. This is really inconceivable that the Victorian government would expect the federal government to trust them to deliver a project that they have failed to deliver over many years. The Victorian Auditor General came out last year and produced a document which calls the Victorian State Labor Government's management of this project inadequate and deficient. What more really needs to be said? Our industry are angry about this business case review. They want to see the entire original project that was originally developed in 2012. They want to see it developed completely. We have standardisation of the rail that has not been completed. As the Senator said, we have a 100-year-old steel that has been used, I guess to save money, on the existing project now. We have the rail from Murrayville to Oyen, able to only carry 19-tonne axle load bearing. This is inefficient at best. And the trains there, the local growers tell me that the trains there travel at 15 kilometres an hour, scarcely an efficiency measure. They've had to go to trucks because trains are just not viable. This situation needs to be rectified, and it needs to be rectified by the Victorian State Government. They need to come out and declare, is this simply a next step, a next stage, or is this all they are offering to the industry, the primary producers of Mallee? It is a disgrace.
Authorised by Bridget McKenzie, The Nationals, Wodonga.